Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. In today's video, we are going to discuss about the exercise solution that which we have discussed in the last week. So last week I have given a free template of how you can create a chatbot using Dolly model. So today I will be discussing the solution. So let us dive deep into the video. Before that, I would like to thank to all my subscribers who have subscribed to my YouTube channel and also requesting to the new watchers to please like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel AI Stories by Anjali. And also please click the bell icon for the latest notifications. So let us dive deep into the video. So firstly, here in any project to start, first we have to install the required libraries. So for that, we are using this particular code. And for this particular application, we are using the following libraries. That is transformers, PyTorch, etc. Okay, and also you need to have LangChain library, which I discussed in many videos. Those who haven't watched the videos, please go and check it out in our channel regarding the LangChain library. Okay, so once you get installed these, you have to make sure your installations are getting effective and you can able to utilize or not. So in order to do that, you have to reset your notebook. Once you reset, whatever the libraries that got installed will get into the action. Okay, so that's why you're using this percentile reset method. Okay, or else you can just close and you can open or restart your system, anything works, but this is the best thing that what I could say. And once you're done with installing the libraries, just go with importing that. And for importing, you have to use import torch, and from transformers import pipeline. So this is the required methods that you have to use for getting used to the Dolly model. Okay, so once you're done with that, you have to get the HF token. So HF token is nothing but the Hugging Face token, as I mentioned. So we will be using the Hugging Face token for Dolly model. So since I have stored my Hugging Face token in the Google Colab, I'm just importing that, but you can directly initialize in your code. Okay, and the next one is you have to create a pipeline for your model. So first, before starting any application, you have to make sure what model that you're using. Or the other option is you can try it out with a different set of models and you can see what are the different responses that you're getting, and you can try changing the parameters and also the prompt template that you're using, and just get explore of every option that you have, and then you can try it out with the best effective solution. But in the real world scenario, whenever you're doing this, that won't be possible, because you are bound to some set of constraints or some cost effective strategies, because you cannot explore every model, right? But this is the normal scenario that you can use. But in the real world scenarios, you have to go with the architecture flow that a particular organization is following. But in the background, whenever you're learning, you have to understand everything so that you can able to think in the organization oriented direction. Okay, so this is the step that you have to use for creating the pipeline. So here I'm using Dolly V2 3B model. Of course, we have different set of Dolly models which I discussed in my previous videos. You can go and check it out. So for creating the pipeline, you just import those libraries that what we install, and then you can directly use pipeline method. And in the model, you can use Dolly V2 3B model, and in the torch of D type, you have to use bfloat 16, because I'm using bfloat 16, and I have already explained you why you are going with bfloat 16 and what are the different types in my previous Dolly model. So you can check it out there. Okay, and then trust underscore remote underscore code equal to true. So this means you are trusting that particular site. So whenever you are getting the information, it is scanning in some different sites. So you are trusting that site and you're allowing that, because in most of the scenarios, or else like in some scenarios, not most scenarios, sorry. So in some scenarios, like you cannot trust a particular site. There might be some hacking, or else like there might be some security concerns whenever you're using a particular site. So if you are trusting that site and you're allowing that response to to be visible to you. So for that, you're using trust underscore remote underscore code equal to true. And then device underscore map equal to auto, which is a default parameter. And then return underscore full underscore text equal to true, which means it is going to return everything. It is not going to cut short or something like that. Okay. And once you're done with that, you have to load your libraries which you are needed to initialize the prompt. Okay. So for that, you're using this code. Okay. From the langchain.memory, you're importing conversation buffer memory. And in the langchain, there are multiple memories. They are summarized buffer memory, so on. So it's like a full set of methods where each method is used for one unique type of thing, and there will be some common things that every method is going to do. And I will be going to make one video on that so that you can use what different methods and what are the most commonly used methods and how you can select that particular method for based on your application. So I will do such kind of video in future. Okay. But as of now, we are using the conversation buffer memory. So conversation buffer memory is such kind of memory where it will store the conversation in the buffer and it will try to refer to that conversation for keeping track of the memory, and it will give the reply. So this is what it's going to do. Okay. And once you're done with that, you have to import the prompts, and we are going to use chat prompt template, message placeholder, system message prompt template, and human message prompt template. So these are the particular types of methods and the templates that you are using for this application. So that's why you're importing that. Okay. And once you're done with that, you need to use LLM chain, prompt template, and Hugging Face pipeline. So these are all the required libraries. So just load that libraries, and then you have to define the prompt. So for the prompt, you are using the chat prompt template. So this is the chat prompt template that you will be using for giving the prompt instructions to the model. Okay. So just use this chat prompt template off, and inside that you're passing the message. So the first one is system message prompt template. So that means you are making the system to act in such kind of designation or a role. So for that, you're using system message prompt template. Okay. So here you're doing, you are a nice chatbot having a conversation with a human. So answer only in Croatian language. So this is what you're making the bot to do. Okay. And then you're using the message placeholder, and inside the message placeholder, you're giving the chat history. So why chat history? Because it should able to make that chat memorized, and then based on that chat history, it should give the response. So that's why you're using this message placeholder. Okay. And then the next one is human message prompt template. So you're giving the question to that. So that's why you're passing that question. Okay. So these are the three different types of prompt templates that you will be using for this application. And then you have to define the memory object. So for the memory object, you're using conversation buffer memory. So this is a type of method which will allow you to make sure that the chart history, that is the recent chart history or the conversation that was built up, will be get into that buffer. It will store that buffer, and when the new conversation is going on, like whenever the new question is going on, it will refer to that memory and it will give the response. So for that, you're using this. Okay. And then memory underscore key equal to chart underscore history. So that means the variable which you gave in the message placeholder, because here we are storing the chart, that is the conversation, and then return underscore messages equal to true, which means it will get the response. So that's why you're giving that. And once you're done with that, you have to make the pipeline. So for that, you're using the Hugging Face pipeline method, and then you're passing your Dolly pipeline which you have created in this step. Okay. So this is the pipeline which you created, right, for your Dolly model. So just give that pipeline for this Hugging Face pipeline. Okay. And then you are passing everything into the LLM chain. So as I mentioned, chain is nothing but you're passing a set of things, and then you are exploring the response from that. So one of the for example, the first one will give the input, and whatever the output of the first one will be going to the input of the second one. Okay. So that is the main working scenario behind the LLM chains. Okay, and already I made the video on LLM chains. You can go and check it out if you don't have any idea about that, and then you can come and visit this video for your reference. Okay, and then you have to pass your Hugging Face pipeline, and then your prompt, and then your memory, and you're done. So that is the main working of this LLM chain. You're packing everything, you're giving and passing it to that. Okay, and then you can check how it works. So for that, you're just giving the hi question, and then it will give the response. Okay, so I think I did not run this thing, but yeah, this is the way I have run in other notebook. But yeah, this is the solution for you. I think I already explained this particular thing in somewhere in the Dolly model, but yeah, so you can go and you can follow this free template for creating the applications using Dolly model, and this is one of the best model for summarization techniques. And if you are very constrained about your budget, then definitely you can use this particular model for exploring the generative AI applications. Okay, I hope you understand this video. And also I have been receiving some questions from the people, so I will be making the videos on that. So recently I got a question about, could you please make the video about what is generative AI and what are the types of generative AIs, and or else what are the types of AIs in general, and please explain each and everything. So this is the question that I received. So I will definitely make the video on that, and also I will be making a video on the LangChain methods. And recently I got a couple of questions around what are the different types of portals that we can use for job applications. So there are multiple portals, and nobody can have a strong point that okay, you do this, you will definitely get this. Okay, because it's just like hitting a stone, right? So you can explore. The first best option is LinkedIn, and also there are multiple sites like Handshake, Zip Recruiter, Indeed, and these are the kinds of things that you can use. And one of the other thing is you can just list out the companies that you want to apply, or else try searching Google companies near you, and then go to your careers page and try clicking on that, and you can apply on that. So this is some things that you can do for getting some insights of how you can proceed with the job applications. Okay, and one more question that I received recently is what are the tips of starting the data engineer career? So first thing is everybody should have a basic and minimum knowledge on Python, and then you have to have strong knowledge on the SQL. Okay, so SQL is the fundamental criteria for data engineering. Okay, and once you're done with the SQL, you can go and explore what are the different types of databases, what are the structure of those databases, what are the basic data engineering techniques, what are the 4 V's, and the common technologies that you are using for data streaming, and how to build pipelines. And then you come to the current latest technology, that is a Spark, which is a very good technology for data engineering applications, and it is currently in demand. So try exploring that, and then explore the cloud and also the latest trending databases like Snowflake, etc. Okay, and try to do choose only one cloud, which is either AWS, Azure, and GCP. And again, don't ask like which is the best, because everything has its own set of things, and if you are perfect in one of the cloud technology, then it is very easy to go and have other cloud experience. Okay, you can try to explore. So just choose one and then go ahead with that, and you can try exploring the databases like Snowflake, etc. And these are some of the tips that I could give. And also I have made a video on roles and responsibilities of data engineer, and I will be making a soon data engineering basics as a series, and you can go ahead and proceed with that videos. But yeah, there are so many options on that available on the internet and the LinkedIn as well as in the YouTube, so you can just go and explore. And if you have any doubts, you can comment me in the comment section, or else you can try reaching out me in the LinkedIn. I will make a video on that. So these are some of the questions that I have received so far, and we'll be discussing some more in our future videos. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching.